Tubies, it's Psychic Bob. Well, welcome to Thursday as Vlog Thursday. I'm digging down in my vintage Louis Vuitton bag for one of my treasures. Look what I got. These were a recent gift from Queen Cola Bob's. Shout out to Queen Cola Bob's. I've got my beautiful Ray-Ban Wayfarers. Aren't these happening? And it's sure hot today, so it's a great day to wear some Ray-Ban Wayfarers. Ooh, we be styling now. By the way, I am not being endorsed by Louis Vuitton or Ray-Ban. But that being said, I certainly love my glasses and I love my Louis Vuitton bag. Well, I thought it'd be fun just to sit outside on the new deck today. A lot of you have been asking about the deck. If you remember last time I was here, Mom had a deck. It was under construction, but it wasn't done. So I thought we'd take a look at it. So hang with us. And here we are, Mom's new little deck. This was made by a neighbor of ours. And it's beautiful. It's all hand-done wood. Take a look at it. You can see here we got this nice concrete slab, and you step up onto it. And it's beautiful blonde wood. I think it's made of oak. As you can see it goes all the way around here, all the sides. And it's beautifully crafted, all hand done. He hand cut and put it all together. It's really beautiful. Mom's got her little table and chairs out here. And we'll be sitting out here in the summer. Mom's out today doing some errands with some friends, so she's not here, but we'll have her eventually in the videos. A lot of you have been asking. Mom sends her greetings to all of you. But I think this deck looks really wonderful. What do you guys think? Isn't it nice? It's a nice little place just to relax and sit and contemplate the sky. There's our Sun Lord up there. Hail to the Sun Lord. A little bit of cloud cover, but not bad. You know, I was going to go down to the beach today, but I ended up being tied up with more readings and phone calls coming in than I expected. So the day's kind of gotten away from me, and it's so hot today. I just think I want to stay at home and have a bit of a lazy afternoon. If you look up here in the sky, you can see it's getting dark, so I think a storm is moving in. So Psychic Bob's just staying close to home today. I know usually we go somewhere on Vlog Thursday, but we are someplace different. I'm not at my home, I'm at my mom's, so you're kind of getting something different today. I'm just sitting here at the table. I've been reading my book, Wicca, A Guide for the Solitary. We're going to talk about that in a few minutes. But a lot of you have been asking about my jewelry. What jewelry am I wearing today? Because you know I have something new every day. And today I'm wearing one of my goddess Kali pendants. I don't know if you guys can see that. So this is the goddess Kali, and tomorrow on Yoga Friday we're going to talk about this, guys. We're going to talk about Kali Ma, or Mataji. Kali Ma means Mother Kali, and we're going to talk all about her and her magic and rituals and mantras. So make sure to be here. But this is a beautiful brass pendant from India of the goddess Kali, and I'm crazy about her. I really love her. She's an ancient mother, very powerful protector. So tomorrow, make sure to be here on Friday for Yoga Friday, and we're going to talk about Kali and her magic. As I said, I'm reading this book. I've read it a million times, but it's always a source of inspiration for me. It's Wicca, A Guide for the Solitary Practitioner by Scott Cunningham. Highly recommend this book. In preparation for tomorrow's video on Kali, I was reading here about the Wiccan concept of the goddess, and I thought I'd share some of this with you. Scott Cunningham writes about the goddess. He says, "The goddess is the universal mother. She is a source of fertility, endless wisdom, and loving caresses. As the Wicca know her, she is often of three aspects: the maiden, the mother, and the crone, symbolized in the waxing, full, and waning moon. She is at once the unplowed field, the full harvest, and the dormant, frost-covered earth. She gives birth to abundance, but as life is her gift, she lends it with the promise of death. This is not darkness and oblivion, but rest from the toils of physical existence. It is human existence between incarnations. Now tomorrow when we talk about the goddess Kali, I'll get more in depth with this, but you know, Kali is considered the goddess of destruction, that she destroys the universe. She is the blackness of space, the void. But like Wicca teaches, death is not oblivion, but rest. And in fact, the Hindus, and particularly in relation to Kali, say something similar, that the goddess absorbs into herself all life, replenishes it, renourishes it, and then the goddess releases life into the cosmos again. So there's an ongoing cycle of birth and death on grand scales of the universe. And tomorrow when we talk about Kali, I'll get more in depth with that. But just this reading triggered that in my mind today. It says, since the goddess is nature, all nature, she is both the temptress and the crone, the tornado and the fresh spring rain, the cradle and the grave. But though she is possessed of both natures, the Wicca revere her as the giver of fertility, love, and abundance. Though they acknowledge her darker side as well, we see her in the moon, the soundless, ever-moving sea, and the green growth of the first spring. She is the embodiment of fertility and love. The goddess has been known as the Queen of Heaven, Mother of the gods that made the gods, the divine source, the universal matrix, the Great Mother, and by countless other titles. And you know, I just want to pause for a second and discuss that, because it's really true that the goddess manifests in so many ways, and she has unlimited titles. You know, as Kali, she has like 10 different incarnations as Kali, each different aspects and different titles. You know, here it says that the goddess has been known as the Queen of Heaven, Mother of the gods that made the gods, the divine source, the universal matrix, the Great Mother, and by countless other titles. Isn't that amazing? You know, I oftentimes call her Queen of Heaven. Now, the Catholic Church has adopted the title Queen of Heaven for Mother Mary, but really it was the title of the goddess Isis before they claimed it. It doesn't really matter, because all the names and forms and titles ultimately point to one divine mother. Whether you call her Mary or Kali or Hecate or Diana, it doesn't really matter. It's all one goddess. As Doreen Virtue said, not Doreen Virtue, it was Doreen Valiente said, she says, all goddesses are one goddess, and all gods are one god. Actually, I might have told you the wrong person. I think it was actually Dion Fortune that said that. I'm getting all my authors confused. Dion Fortune, that's the one. All goddesses are one goddess, and all gods are one god. I think there's truth in that. Well, I won't continue. I could go on all day reading this book, but I just want to share some thoughts with you about the goddess and get you kind of prepared for tomorrow's video, because we're going to go a lot more in depth on the goddess Kali. Now, I know that some of you wrote to me and said, wait a second, Bob, I thought that you were doing a video on the goddess Ganga Devi this Friday. Well, we're delaying that till next Friday because I had to go out of town. And when we do that video, I want to take you down to the river that I consecrated, the new Ganges River. So next week we will go down to the river by my home, which I reconsecrated, the new Ganges, and we'll have a lesson about the goddess Ganga Devi, Mother of the Ganges, by the new Ganges River. So hang with us. You know, I thought, Tubies, it'd be nice just to relax with a cup of tea, so I'm filling up my tea kettle here with some water. You know, I bought this lovely electric tea kettle for my mom. You don't see these much in America. They're more of a British thing. When I lived in England, I had an electric tea kettle. Anyways, we've got our water in it, and just push the little button and see it lights up. And it boils water literally in 2 minutes, if that long. I've got a really special treat for today's tea. This tea arrived from England. It was a gift from Queen Colabob's. Thank you, Queen Colabob's. It's Hinton's Earl Grey tea. And it's just delish. And it came in these beautiful foil bag with beautiful giant tea bags in it. So we're going to have some Earl Grey tea this afternoon. Isn't that lovely? Nice way to relax. So we're going to put our tea bag down in our mug. How do you like my little mug? Isn't that pretty with little cherry blossoms on it? Or those are, what are those? I don't know. Some type of blossom. Raspberries, cherries, I don't know. That's an elegant little teacup. We got our water boiling over here. Oh, and we got our tea. It just finished boiling. I'm going to show you how the British do a proper cuppa. Those of you in England, I think you'll appreciate it. So we're going to add our boiling water. We put our tea bag in our bag. We're going to roll it up. Now I like to do just a little more than halfway up. Okay, so we're not totally filling to the top because we have some things to add. After you pour your hot water over your tea bag, let it steep for a few minutes, like 3 minutes at least, to get a good hearty flavorful tea. I can already smell this. It's got a scent of Earl Grey. Earl Grey is a distinct flavored tea, just delicious. In fact, I heard it's the Queen's favorite tea. Her Majesty, the Queen of the United Kingdom, drinks Earl Grey. It's her favorite tea. So, PsychicBob's having Earl Grey tea today, too. Now, the next thing we want to add, after our tea is steep, we've removed our bag. We want to add some sweetener or sugar. I'm having to use an artificial sweetener. My mom's diabetic, so, and I don't mind the taste of the artificial sweeteners. I quite like Equal. Not being endorsed by Equal, but any of those sweeteners, I don't know, I don't mind them. So add that to the tea. Now, probably a proper British person would be aghast since it has to be real sugar, but hey, I'm an American. I can slack a little bit on this. And then we're going to add milk. Whole milk, thick, creamy milk. It's a luxury. And so we'll add our milk. And as I said, that's why you want to keep it below a full top up, because a good amount of milk added adds a rich, creamy flavor. So now we've added our sweetener and our milk. And I ask anybody in the United Kingdom watching this, did PsychicBob do his tea right today? Is that according to British standards? What do you think? Now, I think we got a good cuppa there. What do you think? Ooh, well, here we are. Let's take a sample. A sweet, creamy, full-bodied Earl Grey. That rocks. Now, as this is just a little casual tea, not a big formal thing, we're not going to do cake and tea sandwiches and all that, but I like to have a cup of tea with a little sweet as well in the afternoon. And here I treated myself the other day to a Lindt Swiss chocolate bar. This is from Switzerland. It's milk chocolate with hazelnuts in it. Absolutely delish. So we're going to have that with our cup of tea. And I just broke me off some of that Lindt chocolate. Oh, Lindt is the finest. I'm not being endorsed by Lindt, but Swiss chocolate's some of the best. So here we go. We got our chocolate and our tea. That chocolate rocks. Nothing like afternoon tea, is there? Well, Tubies, I've so enjoyed hanging out with you. I know this is a little different than what we do on Vlog Thursday, but sometimes it's fun to change it up. I hope you've enjoyed this. Oh, also a reminder, if you didn't see yesterday's video, go check that out. We went outside and studied the twilight, the energies of twilight. So if you want to see a wonderful mystical Wiccan video, see yesterday's Wiccan Wednesday, where we talked about the magic of twilight. So I hope you'll check that out. You guys are the best. By the way, just a reminder, don't forget, this Saturday, I'm having a psychic development class. We're going to hold it on Zoom at 12 o'clock noon, and you can register for that over at my website at PsychicBob.com. This week, we're teaching on clairvoyance, how to have psychic vision without the use of the third eye. Don't miss it. Come join us. Well, guys, I'm going to sip my tea and stay cool, stay out of the heat today. It's really hot. But I hope wherever you are, you're having an awesome day. Listen, if you've enjoyed this video, please help me out. Like this video, favorite it, share it with your friends, and hit subscribe. We'd love you to be here. You guys rock. Well, listen, keep it here at Spirit Channel. Tomorrow's Friday. We're going to have a video on Yoga Friday about the mystical goddess Kalima. Ooh, Kalima. There she is again on my pendant. Yay, Kalima. We'll see you then. Love you guys. Mwah. All right. Say goodbye, B. Out of here.